What is a writ of possession for tenant eviction? Imagine going through the process of evicting a tenant and wondering what happens after the court rules in your favor. That's where a writ of possession comes into play. It is a legal document issued by the court after a landlord wins an eviction case and the tenant refuses to leave voluntarily. This document gives law enforcement officers, such as sheriffs or constables, the authority to physically remove the tenant and any belongings from the property. It is usually the last step in the eviction process, especially when the tenant has ignored notices and court orders to vacate. Once the court grants the eviction and issues the writ of possession, the landlord can have it served or posted on the property. The tenant then typically has a very short window, often between 24 and 48 hours, to leave before law enforcement enforces the eviction. If the tenant does not vacate within this time, officers will come to remove the tenant and their possessions by force if necessary. After the eviction, the landlord legally regains possession of the property. It is important to understand how the process works to avoid legal mistakes. Landlords must follow all legal steps before requesting a writ. This means giving proper notices, attending court hearings, and obtaining a court order. Skipping any of these steps can make the writ invalid and delay the eviction. Tenants should also pay attention to court notices and not ignore them, as ignoring a writ can lead to forcible removal without further chance to respond. When law enforcement enforces the writ, they may also handle any tenant belongings left behind. Laws vary by location, but often landlords are required to store items for a limited time before disposing of them. Both landlords and tenants should be aware of the specific rules in their area to avoid misunderstandings. It is illegal for landlords to attempt self-help evictions, such as changing locks or removing property without a court order. Doing so can result in penalties and legal trouble. Understanding the role of a writ of possession helps ensure the eviction process is handled properly, respecting everyone's legal rights. It also helps avoid costly mistakes that could delay or complicate the eviction.